really went up my nose. That was almost a Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Roll the tape.
I was very proud of my boy the other day. Last night, in fact, I said to him, he's figured out the remote control for the Amazon stick thing.
Yeah.
And I had to go and put his sister to bed. And I said to him, look, you know how to work this, just find something to watch. I'd said he could watch TV for 20 minutes while I was putting his sister down. And I came back and he had put on one of the Planet Earth series with Attenborough.
Very,
Of
very
his
good.
own choice, not cartoons, not any of that shit. He wanted to
That's good.
watch something like that. I was very proud of him, but I was watching it with him for a bit because it was like,
It's
so
so
fascinating. They're so good.
Yeah.
And no one does that stuff like Attenborough. And I started thinking, as Sir David, God forbid, you know, that he should leave us, but he's not a young man.
No, he's going to die, isn't he?
I don't really want to confront that as a possibility.
Who's going to be the next?
He's broadcasting royalty. And he once wrote, we asked him at Top Gear if he would take part in a little feature about Land Rovers, because he must have used them to get, you know,
To get to far and away places.
Faraway places, yeah, back in the days, back in the 60s, 70s. And so one of our researchers wrote to him and asked if he would consider taking part. And he wrote back a handwritten letter. I think we'd written to his agent actually, but he sent a handwritten letter with his home address on the top. And it was quite a long letter as well, just explaining why he didn't feel like he could take part, but he was very flattered to have been asked. And I just thought, that's manners.
Wow.
That's old school manners. But that being so, that he's a polite man,
Seemingly.
I do find myself thinking, in his dotage, and he won't be around forever, has he ever considered doing Attenborough Extreme? Because I was watching this thing last night with my boy, and
AE.
and I was thinking, this would be great if he just went, a larger male polar bear approaches. Look at the fucking size of that bastard.
He should be. It
The
should be
young
half.
male decides to confront him. What a twat.
You
Just put a bit more into it, a bit more
You can tell by his
editorial.
eye movements. He's saying, "Come and have a fucking go if you think you're hard enough."
What he doesn't know is the older male is still at his peak. This kid's going to get fucking leathered.
That's right.
Just, I would enjoy that. Attenborough after dark.
Hang on, Ross Kemp did Gangs.
David Attenborough on Gang.
Just be brilliant.
Well,
'cause
no
he
one
already-
would beat up Attenborough because that would be tantamount to treason. So
So you just go, well, if Escobar was still alive, you just drop Attenborough in and say, have a chat with these dudes. You know, roll the cameras, do some time lapses.
we'll see what goes down.
I'd like that.
Don't fuck with me. I'm David Attenborough.
But you people just wouldn't though.
Well, they wouldn't. No,
They
how
really
dare you.
wouldn't.
I think Attenborough could probably handle himself.
Attenborough would use a completely different set of techniques than the likes of you or I or even Liam Neeson. He would be able to talk his way out of anything with that soft, gravelly.
But do you think maybe he's
It's
he
not
could-
gravelly. What is his voice? It's like yelpy.
It's sort of.
What is it?
It's got a light rasp to it because it's
Yeah.
it's got a little bit of. It's in the back of the throat.
Is
Isn't it?
it strainy?
He's from the back of the throat,
Yeah, he's that guy.
but not strainy. Well, no, because it's very easy to listen to, isn't it?
Yeah, very easy.
We used to enjoy this thing when I was when we were doing, particularly when we were doing the grand tour, touring around the world. We used to love the way that Attenborough could just say the name of somewhere and that's it, just Madagascar.
Yes.
One word voiceover. Southern India.
Could we ever reach a point where we could do that with cars? I don't think you can.
Mark 5, Cortina.
Oh yeah, it does work.
It sort of works, but then it feels like you've got to add something more to it, whereas Attenborough can just establish something so beautifully with a minimalist approach.
Could you add the location and the car? So Attenborough just has location. Do we have car and location? So you'd say 205 CTI. Milton Keynes. Yes, exactly. And already my mind is whirling.
Well, she's a divorcee called Jan, isn't she? She probably hasn't got a 205 CTI anymore.
She still has the 205 CTI.
There's a whole subsection of cars that are bought exclusively by middle-aged divorced ladies. And it's small to medium convertibles by mainstream brands.
207cc.
Perfect. Vauxhall Cascada.
All Cascada.
No one has ever bought one of those who wasn't on HRT and was glad to be shot of him. Oh, he was bad news. I knew it the day I married him.
It's so true.
They are middle-aged divorcee cars
Cascada.
exclusively.
There's a DJ called Cascada.
They were a band.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. They were sort of one of those like very Euro-y sort of like light trance, light vocal trance.
Light vocal trance.
Light vocal trance.
Do you think they had anything to do with the Vauxhall?
I'm going to say no, because I think I must have read a press release when that car came out. Cascada is Spanish for waterfall.
Of course, Cascade.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course.
So that car in Spain would be known as the Opal, which is Spanish for Vauxhall. A waterfall.
The Opal waterfall.
The Opal waterfall.
Oh, listening on the radio, James Blunt was. He's got a new single out.
Yeah.
I've realised he's a little bit teeth whistly.
Is he the full Damon Albarn, or is he just a little bit?
He's a little bit.
Because I don't remember him being. Damon Albarn, obviously, is very whistly.
He's either Discovery 3 with a roof rack.
Or an ageing escort cabrio where some of the seals have gone. Has someone got their window open a little bit? Everybody it feels like someone's got their window open. Has anyone got oh no, we forgot we're giving Damon Albarn a lift. And he's just telling us a story.
He's just an anecdote.
It's just
an anecdote.
So I was in Somalia.
The David Attenborough.
Working with some local musicians. So
My grandparents, Austin Allegro was a whistly car.
Was it?
And I don't know why.
was Damon Albarn, a young Damon Albarn.
No, he's just sitting in the back constantly, just talking about London-centric things.
Yeah. Even though technically he's not from London.
No, but he still.
Well, he sort of is. But
he has to talk.
I'll cut him some.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he is very.
I remember, of course,
sibilant.
Richard. I remember when I was the start of the Gorillas.
Now look, this man is wearing an it's short of a tweed cap.
Oh, it's
if you've gone, I don't want to wear a tweed cap because that is such a cliche for a middle-aged man.
It's an early one. It's pre-reg.
I'm going to wear a middle-aged man's baseball cap.
It looks in very good nick.
It does.
But to me, that going on the M25 is just a dice being rolled. There is such a high chance that it won't come out the other side of the M25.
Yeah, you're making it do something that it won't enjoy. It's a very tidy nick. Do you know what?
Yeah.
It's a sign of getting old, isn't it? Because I don't find those absolutely repulsive anymore. I look at tidy ones and go, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I do when I see? Because I was repulsed for many years. I just look at it and go, what good engine could I put in it?
They're quite receptive to a good engine, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
A mate of mine bought one. It had a Fiat twin cam in it.
Yeah, Twinkie.
And I went, "Is that a known thing?" And he went, "No. Someone's just done it, and I like the sound of it, so I bought it."
In the 80s, the twin cam was the go-to engine for
they were
for Morris Minors.
Were they in Morris Minors?
Morris Minor. They gave flying a Morris Minor a Twinkie.
I bet they do. Yeah.
Absolutely fly.
Chase the man at the MG because he's not going on the M25. He's wiser than that.
Oh, he knows. He's going back roads.
But look, he's gone all the way up there. He's taken off like a bastard.
He has, hasn't he?
Maybe he's got a twin cam in there.
Do you reckon he has? Maybe he's got a fucking 2JZ in there.
Imagine he's put something really. He's got
Yeah.
He's taken the engine out of a Skyline and he's
That's an RB26.
RB26. It would fit, wouldn't it? Because you can get a straight six in one of those.
Yeah, the MGC.
Right. Okay. So a straight six would fit because they came from the factory like that.
Yes.
A V8 would fit because they came from the factory with V8s.
Yes.
Albeit not for very long.
Yeah.
And so would a V12 fit?
He's flying, Rich.
And would that do? He is absolutely.
We're in an AMG and we can't keep up with an old man in an
What's he
MG.
doing?
MGB
He's
Roadster.
also driving really well because he's just pulling in. Look, this van is in the outside lane. Doesn't need to be blocking our progress. That dude,
He's on it.
tight lane discipline.
Yeah.
And he's not hanging around.
No, it's not.
I like the cut of this man's jib.
Was he wearing gloves?
I kind of hope not.
I think he was a driving glove guy.
Now this van's pulled out. What the merry fuck is going on here? Right, I need to know more about this chap.
Yeah, get him.
We're going onto a roundabout, a little hut.
Going in a little hot, yeah. I'm just going to look up for... He's got gloves. He's got gloves on. He's got leather, thin leather, like the kind of thinness of Tiff Liddell's jacket.
This car does not pick up quickly enough when you need it to.
It's too much turbo slag.
Now I look like a knob in front of that guy who was not driving like a knob.
You do. Unfortunately, you do.
Where's he gone?
I don't know where he's gone.
Well, he's scampered off, hasn't he? Because he's no.
Does he think it's some sort of 60s car chase?
He's up there. I can see him.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. He thinks it's a 60s car chase.
Who's he getting away from? He's waiting for some bad guys in. I don't know. A Rover P5.
Yeah. We're the bad guys chasing him with flip down glasses, and I'm smoking with gloves on.
We'd look incredibly strange if we just followed him home. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
We've decided that we like you and we'd like to come in and talk to you about your MG, and we have some thoughts on what you might be able to do with it.
Well, he put
Get off my drive or I'm calling the police.
There he is. See, he'd go, well, lads, I'm going to stop you there, because the speaker that I've mounted under the bonnet pipes the sound, and that's attached to my throttle by wire, drive by wire. But actually, the engine in this car is a triple silenced Lexus IS200 engine.
Ooh. Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, I think he missed the torque.
But he said,
Not talky though.
he said I was going to couple it to an auto to make it really creamy and smooth, but I've spent £12,000 on a Quaif Rallycross gearbox. So it's a super quiet engine rigged up to a super angry vocal gearbox.
Unbelievably chattery gearbox. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I had a bit too much gin that evening.
We now need to talk to this man. We're following. We're just following him. He's got the arm on the door. National Trust badge.
Yeah, these are the things I don't like so much.
By the way, the car looks very
Unless
good.
they're red herrings, because it is in fact running.
The sill looks nice and straight.
It's running a Cosworth PDT, really tuned up. I think we'd hear that.
Behind the National Trust sticker, I reckon he's got a laser jammer.
Yeah.
There's something on there, and that's why he drives so fast. He drives.
That's not a hearing aid. That's a police scanner, so he knows where Smokey is hiding.
Oh, 419 FCR. He's on it.
Oh dear.
Do you reckon is that a self-resto?
He's done a nice job.
It's done a very nice job. It's chrome.
The tyres look new as well. I feel like that's fresh out of them.
Oh, wet look chrome
Shot.
wires. He's quick, isn't he?
He's not messing around.
I'm in my heart of hearts, I hope it's an IS200 Lexus motor. I know it isn't. He's going to pull out in a minute. I know he is. He's going to already have selected a lower gear. He's going to fully open it up.
Do you know what I like about cars like that is when, in fact, they are standard, but then they'll say, well, of course, they've had it fitted with the fast road cams.
Yes.
I always love the phrase fast road cams. It's like, it's sort of...
It's evocative.
It's evocative and yet ultimately a little bit meaningless, but...
Yes.
I thought he was going to do a little pull out there, so I gave him the window. He's not having it.
The number plate's FCR, so it could be Fast Cam Rhodes. I fitted it with
That's
the
his
Fast
name.
Cam Rhodes.
He's one of those slightly posh Scottish people who's lived in England for most of their lives now.
Yes.
Cam Rhodes. And sometimes you can barely tell that he's Scottish at all, but he is. And he'll
Cameron
always root for the Scots in the rugby and such. But yes, no, we've lived down here for a long time. I came down first when I first qualified. He's an architect, you see, and he's lived down here a while. I was known as something of a wheelman in my day, and I think that's why I'm known as Fast Cam Rhodes, you see. It says it on my plates.
And of course I've got a twin brother. And we know
Slow Jock Roads.
we're known as the Twin Cams.